How are you doing today? I hope that you are doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. I am sending you all of the love and hugs and kisses and smooches and all of those things. I am home a little bit early from work, and I have a stack of books that I'm very excited to share for my, hopefully, November TBR. I have been on the struggle bus when it has come to my reading this month. I don't know if it's because I had such a damn good reading month last month, or, the state of the world, or if I'm just bleh. You know what I mean? But I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 books all together that I'm hoping can get me out of this blahness. And let me know if you have any other books that you think can get me out of it as well, because I would love to add them to, of course, my never-ending TBR. The very first book that I have is Can't Judge a Book by Its Murder by Amy Lillard. This is a Main Street Book Club mystery series. This is the first book in this series, and it is the Cozy Escape Book Club pick for the month of November. And it says, not every murder is by the book. It says, as Sugar Springs gears up for its all-class high school reunion, Mississippi book owner Arlo Stanley prepares to launch her largest event, a book signing with the town's legendary alum and best-selling author Wally Harrison. That's when Wally is discovered dead outside of Arlo's front door, and her best friend is questioned for the crime. So, come and join us on the last Wednesday of November. I'll put the date right here. And I'm really excited to chat about this book right here. I love the cover. It's so freaking colorful, and it just sounds absolutely amazing. The next book that I have is another book club book. And I'm going to say, this is going to be really hard for me to read because, as you guys know, I love me some audiobooks. And even though the past couple of months I have been pretty good at reading at least a couple of physical books, mostly Janice Hallett books, right? This is like a coffee table book. I did not realize that it did not come in an audiobook when it was voted for. But, I mean, who can be sad when they're reading about Dolly Parton? So, the Genre Guru Book Club, which I host at my house, picked 100 Remarkable Moments in an Extraordinary Life, and it is about Dolly Parton. And this is not an audiobook. Like, it has full on, like, this is like a coffee table book. I think what I'm gonna have to do is put it next to my bed, and I'm going to have to so sorry, that was aggressive. I'm gonna have to put it next to my bed and read a few pages every night or something, because it's a lot. It says 100 moments in the life of the Queen of Country. So it talks about the origin stories of her songwriting, her humanitarian work. My boys get brand new books every single month from her that I absolutely love, and so it's super, super cool. And so who doesn't smile when they think of Dolly Parton? So I'm really trying to, the theme of this TBR stack is make me smile, make me feel good. And I think that this is it. One of my audiobooks is Booked by Jen McHenley, and it is, I think it's got like three short novellas, I think, that are romance novellas. And I just finished the first one. I think it is Romance Royalty or something like that. And that one was okay. One of the things that I think that I'm not very good with romance being in novellas is I want more, and I feel like the romance is rushed. And I'm like, no, I want that to be like its own whole book. So I'm probably not the audience for that, because I'm like, no, I just want more. Like, what are you doing to me? That's not okay, kind of thing. So I digress. Speaking of like cozy, this seems fantastic. It is Can't Spell Treason without T. This is by Rebecca Thorne. It is the first in the Tomes and T series. And look at these. Look at those sprayed edges. And it has a image on the front. It says, I cook, you clean. And there's even a map. Who doesn't love a good map in a book? I mean, come on. I love a good map in a book. It says, run away with me, the mage had said, her eyes alight. You like tea, I like books. Let's open a shop somewhere remote and forget the world exists. It says, a cozy fantasy steeped with love. And I mean, that's really all I needed. It is a sapphic romance, I believe, like a sapphic fantasy romance, but I'm all about it, and I can't wait to dive into this. I also bought the second book in the series as well, A Pirate's Life for Tea. So that's going to be wonderful. To keep sort of like the light, happy vibes going, I have 2 murder mysteries on my TBR, and I've got the second book in Pages and Co., The Lost Fairy Tales by Anna James, right here. These covers are freaking beautiful. I love how detailed they are. Tilly and her best friend Oscar are book wanderers, a remarkable group of people who, using the magical power of books, can travel inside any story they choose. And I don't want to go too detailed into it because this is book 2, and I need you to read book 1, The Book Wanderers. But I can't wait to see where they go, what they're doing, like how the magic goes through. But there are like beautiful illustrations in here as well, and I just think it's so cool. And there's just something about middle grade that just takes me back to when I was a kid and makes me so happy. And if anybody ever tells you that just because you're an adult, you can't read middle grade, send them to me and I'll fight them for you, because you can read whatever the hell you want to read. And middle grade is amazing, and I absolutely love it. The next middle grade I have is this one right here, Murder is Bad Manners by Robin Stevens. This is a Wells and Wong mystery right here. And I love it. Or I don't know if I love it, but I'm hoping to love it. I love the idea of like a girlfriend duo being like the mystery kind of duo. It says, murder at Deep Dean School for Girls. When Hazel Wong and Daisy Wells set up their very own secret detective agency, they struggle to find any exciting mysteries to investigate. Unless you count the case of Lavinia's missing tie, which they don't. Then Hazel discovers Miss Bell lying dead on the gym floor. Before Hazel can tell anyone what she's seen, the body mysteriously disappears, seemingly without a trace. Bum, bum, bum. I'm really wanting to read this one so I can get to book 2, which is Mistletoe and Murder, because that's Christmas themed, and I want to have a whole entire TBR of Christmas themed reads for Cosmas. You know what I mean? And then the last book that I have is the fourth Janice Hallett book, which is the Twiford Code. It's time to solve the crime of the century. I am 126 pages into it. And it says 40 years ago, Steve Smithy found a copy of a famous children's book by disgraced author Edith Twiford. Its margins full of strange markings and annotations. His remedial English teacher, Miss Isles, saw the mysterious book and became convinced. A message in secret code ran through all of Twiford's novels. Soon after she took the class on a field trip, she disappeared. And this is told through voice memos on an old like iPhone 14, and I'm enjoying it. I keep picking it up in between my kids playing, and when I do my 5-minute walks around the office, it's the one that I put in my like book bag that I take to the office and read whenever I want to pick up something physical and not scroll on my phone. But like, these are the books I have, and I'm hoping that they will make me happy and get me out of this book slump and keep me going. What books are you planning on reading in November? I know Nonfiction November is a thing, and I did download, I think, like 3 nonfiction books. One is like Dungeons and Dragons for parenting for Dungeons and Dragons for parenting or something like that. How to Save Independent Bookstores. And I downloaded another one. But I started the Independent Bookstores one and the Dungeons Dragons for Parents one. And I got like 30% into both. And I was just kind of like, meh. Not really feeling it. So I'm pausing those right now because they're just like a not right now kind of read. So yeah, but let me know, what are you planning on reading for November? I would love to know down below. And let me know, are there any other videos that you are dying to see or you're wanting to see my take on? I would love to know as well. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.